This afternoon about a double homicide inside an East Village high-rise. It's our top story right here on the 4. I'm Heather Myers.
And I'm Kirsten Holmes in for Carlo Chiquetto. A man and a woman were found shot to death on the 35th floor of Spire, San Diego.
The accused shooter now in custody. Police identifying him as the roommate of the female victim. News 8's Kelly Hessedal is live downtown outside the high-rise with what we have learned today. Kelly.
On October 21st, 2021, security cameras captured a man sprinting through the hallways of a luxury San Diego high-rise. Within seconds, gunshots echoed from apartment 3502. 2 people lay dead. The shooter? A TikTok star with nearly 1 million followers, known to his fans as Jin Kid. This is the story of Ali Abulaban, a man who built an empire on viral impressions, only to destroy everything in an act of calculated violence. A story about fame, obsession, and the deadly consequences of losing control. Ali Nassar Abulaban was born in Staten Island, New York in 1992. He joined the U.S. Air Force and was stationed in Okinawa, Japan, where he met Anna, a beautiful young woman from the Philippines. They married in 2017 and welcomed a daughter shortly after. But Ali had bigger dreams than military service. He wanted to be famous. In 2018, Ali began posting comedy sketches and celebrity impressions on social media under the username Jin Kid. His content was simple: short videos impersonating characters like Tony Montana from Scarface, Tekashi 6ix9ine, and NPCs from the video game Skyrim. The videos caught fire. Millions of views rolled in. By 2021, Ali had amassed nearly 1 million TikTok followers and over 12 million likes. Anna often appeared in his videos, filming and occasionally starring alongside him. To the outside world, they were the perfect couple living the American dream. Friends say Ali became consumed by his online persona. One close friend put it simply: Jin Kid was an escape from Ali Abulaban being an actual human. He wanted to be this different entity that was super famous. The weekend before the murders, Ali claimed he was in Los Angeles at the Comedy Store, close to signing with a talent agent and speaking with producers. Fame was right there. He could taste it. But behind the viral videos and picture-perfect posts, something dark was growing. In February 2021, Ali and Anna moved from Virginia to San Diego. Anna believed the move would help Ali's career. Instead, it marked the beginning of the end. As Ali's fame grew, so did his cocaine addiction. He wasn't hiding it either. He live-streamed himself using drugs, documented his spiral for his followers to see. But more disturbing were the videos he recorded of his relationship. Ali filmed his fights with Anna. He sent her voice memos, accusing her of cheating. He controlled what she wore, where she went, who she spoke to. He viewed her as his property. In his own words, caught on recording, "I gave you this life. I'm going to show you how much you need me." The abuse wasn't just emotional. Ali admitted during trial to punching Anna in the face multiple times while high on cocaine. He confessed to pushing her head into a refrigerator. Prosecutors alleged he had assaulted one of Anna's friends while in Japan, leading to his discharge from the Air Force. Anna's text messages told the story of a woman trapped in terror. "I want you out of my life. You're abusive, you're manipulative." She documented injuries to her face after a violent dinner in October 2021. She told friends she was planning to file for a restraining order. But there was another element fueling Ali's rage. Anna was gaining her own social media following. Her light was shining independently of him, and he couldn't stand it. By October 2021, after multiple domestic violence incidents, Anna had finally broken up with Ali. She told him he had to leave their luxury apartment at the Spire San Diego building. but Anna stayed behind with their daughter. Ali's response was chilling. His Google search history from that week included how to plant a listening device, chopped bodies, and decapitated head cartel graphic. On the morning of October 21st, 2021, while Anna was out dropping their daughter at school, Ali used a copied key card to break into the apartment. He trashed it. Then he installed a listening app on his 5-year-old daughter's iPad and hid it in Anna's bedroom. When Anna returned home and saw the destruction, she called her friend Rayburn Barron to come help her clean up before picking up their daughter from school. Rayburn was 29 years old, a caring man who his family described as someone who would go out of his way to help others. Ali had been jealous of Rayburn. He'd allegedly once commented that Ali was lucky to have a wife as beautiful as Anna. Now, through the listening device, Ali heard Anna and Rayburn talking and laughing together in the apartment. Prosecutors say Ali grabbed his gun and raced to the apartment. Security footage shows him emerging from the elevator on the 35th floor. He sprints down the hallway. Audio recordings on his phone captured what happened next. Within 1 second of entering the apartment, gunshots erupted. Ali shot Rayburn 3 times. Then he turned the gun on Anna, shooting her in the head at close range. Both victims were sitting on the couch when they died. Ali even took photos of their bodies. Then he called his mother. "I just shot and killed Anna." But Ali wasn't finished. He drove to his daughter's elementary school and picked her up. While driving with his 5-year-old in the car, he told her, "I hurt Mommy." He called police and was arrested 45 minutes later during a traffic stop. His daughter was still in the vehicle. Ali Abulaban's trial began in May 2024. There was no dispute that he killed Anna and Rayburn. The question for the jury was whether it was premeditated murder or a crime of passion. The prosecution painted a clear picture. Ali had installed spyware, kept a copy of the apartment key he wasn't supposed to have, brought a gun, and drove to the apartment with intent. As Deputy District Attorney Taryn Brast put it, heat of passion does not apply when you walk into an apartment that you had bugged. With a key card you were not supposed to have to a fight that no one else knew was happening but you, and you brought a gun. Ali took the stand in his own defense, an unusual move. He claimed he snapped when he saw Anna and Rayburn together. "Before I could stop myself, I snapped. My gun was in my hand, and next thing I'm shooting, and I can't stop." He blamed his actions on drug-induced psychosis, childhood trauma, and untreated mental illness. His attorney argued for voluntary manslaughter, claiming Ali was overcome with emotion and acted in a fog. The jury wasn't buying it. After deliberating for just over 1 day following a month-long trial, the jury found Ali Abulaban guilty of 2 counts of first-degree murder with special circumstances.
181 verdict. We, the jury in the above entitled cause, find the defendant, Ali Nasser Abulaban, guilty of the crime of murder in the first degree.
The foreman later said their decision was based on Ali's actions and behavior, not his words. When the verdict was announced, spectators erupted in applause. Rayburn's sister Jordana said, "Obviously nothing is going to bring our brother or Anna back, but at least he is never going to be able to do this to another person again." On September 6th, 2024, Ali Abulaban was sentenced to 2 consecutive life sentences without the possibility of parole, 50 years to life for each murder. During victim impact statements, Anna's sister screamed at Ali through tears, "You promised my mom that you would take good care of them, but I had no idea that my sister's life would be miserable living with you. You treated my sister like she didn't matter, but she mattered." Ali attempted to apologize, still maintaining his actions were a crime of passion. But Judge Jeffrey Fraser saw through it. Ali Abulaban chased fame, built a following of nearly 1 million people, and lived for the validation of strangers online. But in his obsession with control and his addiction to attention, he destroyed the two things that mattered most: his family and his freedom. Ana Abulaban was 28 years old. She was a devoted mother who friends say adored her daughter more than anything in the world. Rayburn Barron was 29, a caring brother and friend whose family will never be the same. And Ali's 5-year-old daughter. She's now growing up without either parent. Her mother murdered, her father imprisoned for life. Born in 1999 in New York to British Pakistani parents, Mahek Bukhari moved to Stoke-on-Trent, England as a toddler. By 2017, she had begun building her online presence under the name Maybe, posting her first vlog about a trip to Istanbul.
Welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today is day 3 for my vlog, Turkey, Istanbul. We are currently waiting in the queue.
Mahek studied fashion at Manchester Metropolitan University, but she dropped out. Not because she was failing, but because social media was working. She was making money. She had found her path. By 2021, Mahek had cultivated a following of over 160,000 people on TikTok and 50,000 on Instagram. Her content focused on beauty, fashion, and lifestyle, the polished world of an aspiring influencer. She attended parties in Manchester, collaborated with Brit Asia TV personalities, and reviewed restaurants. But there was something unique about Mahek's content. Her mother, Ansreen Bukhari, a businesswoman who owned a private security company, frequently appeared in her videos. The mother-daughter duo became known for their dynamic relationship, showcasing contemporary South Asian culture and family bonds. To her followers, Mahek represented empowerment, confidence, and success. She was part of a new generation of British Asian influencers blending traditional values with modern aesthetics. But behind the carefully curated posts, a dangerous situation was developing. In early 2019, Ansreen Bukhari met an 18-year-old named Saqib Hussain through Azar, a video call and live stream platform. Despite being married with children and more than 20 years his senior, Ansreen began a secret relationship with Saqib. The affair lasted approximately 3 years. Ansreen would meet Saqib at hotels. They exchanged messages. And critically, there were intimate photographs and videos. By 2021, Ansreen wanted out. She attempted to end the relationship, but Saqib didn't take the rejection well. He began making demands. According to court evidence, Saqib claimed Ansreen owed him £3,000, money he said he'd spent on her during their relationship, but it wasn't just about money. Saqib threatened to expose everything. He would send the intimate images to Ansreen's husband. He would tell her son. He would destroy her family. For Mahek, this wasn't just about her mother's marriage. This was about reputation in the Muslim community. This was about her father finding out. And perhaps, most importantly for the 22-year-old influencer, this was about her social media career. The revelation of her mother's affair could damage Mahek's standing as an influencer. Her carefully built online persona, her brand deals, her followers, all of it was at risk. In messages to friends, Mahek made her intentions clear. She would get him jumped. Slang for having someone physically assaulted. She was going to silence Saqib Hussain. On February 10th, 2022, a plan was set in motion. Saqib was told he would get his money back. Ansreen would meet him at a Tesco car park in Hamilton, Leicester. It seemed like a resolution. But Mahek had no intention of simply returning money. She recruited others to help, including 2 of her own TikTok followers. 8 people in total would be involved. They gathered in 2 vehicles, an Audi TT and a Seat Leon. Some wore balaclavas. One carried a wheel brace. Their stated aim: obtain Saqib's phone, delete the compromising photos, and give him a good hiding. Saqib arrived at the car park just after 1 a.m., driven by his friend Hashim Ijazuddin. Hashim was completely innocent. He had simply agreed to drive his friend to Leicester, not knowing what awaited them. CCTV footage captured what happened next. The Skoda Fabia pulled into the car park, then immediately left. Something was wrong. Saqib realized this wasn't a simple meeting. 2 minutes later, the Audi and Seat Leon followed. The chase was on. At 1:28 a.m., traveling along the A46 dual carriageway, Saqib Hussain made a 999 call to Leicestershire Police. The transcript is chilling. I'm being followed by 2 vehicles. They're trying to block me in. There's guys following me. They've got balaclavas on and they're trying to kill me. They're trying to ram me off the road. The operator asked questions, trying to determine their location, trying to help. But the cars were traveling at extraordinary speeds. Forensic collision investigators would later determine the Audi TT reached speeds of up to 100 miles per hour. They've hit into the back of the car, very fast. They're trying to ram us off the road. Please, I'm begging you, I'm gonna die. I think I'm gonna die. Screams were heard. At 1:33 a.m., the call disconnected. The Skoda had left the carriageway. It struck the central reservation barrier, collided with a tree, and burst into flames. Saqib Hussain and Mohammed Hashim Ijazuddin died instantly from multiple injuries sustained on impact, before the fire even took hold. Both the Audi TT and Seat Leon drove past the burning wreckage. Then they drove back past it again. None of the 8 defendants called for help. No one stopped. They simply drove away, leaving 2 young men to burn. Within hours, police arrested Ansreen Bukhari, Mahek Bukhari, and Natasha Akhtar at their homes. 3 days later, 2 more suspects were arrested. By March, all 8 defendants were in custody. The investigation was exhaustive. Police analyzed CCTV footage from the Tesco car park and surrounding areas. They examined the damaged vehicles. They recovered messages between the defendants. They listened to that horrifying 999 call. Detective Inspector Mark Parrish, the senior investigating officer, would later say Mahek showed very little guilt for the deaths during interviews. The only time she displayed any emotion was when the 999 call was played to her, hearing Saqib's final moments. The trial at Leicester Crown Court lasted 10 weeks. The prosecution presented this as a case of cold-blooded murder, a coordinated ambush that spiraled into a deadly chase. On August 1st, 2023, the verdicts came in. Mahek Bukhari, guilty of 2 counts of murder. Ansreen Bukhari, guilty of 2 counts of murder. 2 others were also convicted of murder. 3 more were found guilty of manslaughter. Mahek became Britain's first daughter, alongside her mother as Britain's first mother, to be convicted of double murder together. On September 1st, 2023, Judge Timothy Spencer handed down the sentences. Mahek Bukhari was sentenced to life imprisonment with a minimum term of 31 years and 8 months. She was 24 years old. She cried as the sentence was read. She blew a kiss to her father in the courtroom and told him she loved him. Her mother, Ansreen, received life with a minimum of 26 years and 9 months. She showed no emotion. In October 2025, Mehek appealed her sentence, arguing it was wholly disproportionate given her youth and immaturity. The Court of Appeal agreed, finding her sentence manifestly excessive. It was reduced to 26 years and 285 days. Even with the reduction, Mehek will be approximately 50 years old before she's eligible for release. Her mother will be 73. Mehek's TikTok account remains active. It still has over 136,000 followers. The comments are turned off. The videos of her and her mother still play on loop, frozen moments of a life that no longer exists. In the end, both Ali Abulaban and Mehek Bukhari serve as chilling reminders that behind polished TikTok personas can lie darker realities. Two influencers, each with growing fame, loyal audiences, and lives built on the illusion of success, ultimately destroyed everything through violence, jealousy, and catastrophic decisions. Their stories show how quickly the line between online image and real-world consequences can blur, and how the pursuit of validation or control can spiral into tragedy. As we look back on their rise and downfall, one question remains. What do these cases say about the pressures of social media, and can online fame amplify the worst parts of who someone already is?